Biafrans, get ready. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may drop Biafra agitation in exchange for his immediate release. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 9th of October 2023, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news. This is one of those news that you never wish to happen. This is one of those things that you never envisaged. This is one of those things that you never prayed to see happening in Biafra agitation and in Biafra land. This is one of those things that you never wish to see or to hear anybody talking about, especially at this very critical moment. At this very dying minute that Biafra is about to be declared, Biafra has gotten a government. This is this kind of news that you never wish to come. But nevertheless, you must pay attention because it's very, very important. And I want to read some certain posts made by Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi. And after reading those posts, I want you to stay tuned because we have to discuss. We must discuss. And I need your attention. I also need to see or hear from you in the comment section, because I actually saw this day coming. That is the reason why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was newly renditioned to the zoo, if you have been following this very platform from the onset, you will bear me witness that I said that with what the criminal DOS members have done and what they are doing, that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow and say that he is no longer doing Biafra, I will never blame him. I want you to indicate in the comment section if you ever heard me say so. That I will never fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will never castigate him. I will never question his decision should he decide tomorrow to drop Biafra agitation. Because what his own people, his own flesh and blood that he is fighting for, have done to him is unspeakable. Therefore, should he decide to stop agitating and fighting for Biafra tomorrow, I will never question his decision and I will never fight him. I will never castigate him. I said this even in the year 2021. Otu aka esi ama onye na-afụ ụzọ. Otu aka esi ama somebody chukwu na-agwa okwu. I no be prophet, I'm not a prophet, but play or take my word for granted at your own peril. Now, moving into the discourse, I want us to follow this very scenario that is playing out right now with keen interest. So, yesterday and today, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Nnamdi, tweeted something very, very important. I will read the one he tweeted yesterday and the one he tweeted today, and then we go into discussion. And it's going to be very, very fascinating. So I want you to pay very good attention while I bring everything in details. And I hope that you listen till the very end of this very broadcast. So yesterday, being the 8th of October 2023, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Nnamdi, said, breaking: those who think they have succeeded on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and want to fake his release, thinking that we are fools, we will not listen to him while he is in Nigeria. He must come to Finland. There's a reason why he said so. And if you think that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi, with the position that he occupies in this agitation, has no link or a genuine source of getting information from the DSS, then you must be, I don't want to call you a fool, but you must be a joker. Yes, you must be a joker. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in the position to know that the late Buhari died in Saudi Arabia and was buried over there, and an imposter was brought into the zoo because of his position as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He had every opportunity to get the biggest news in the zoo. So that is what Simon Ekpa, or should I say, that is the same position that Mazi Simon Ekpa is occupying today, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held almost incommunicado in the DSS gulag, and somebody must fill that void. This is something a lot of people do not understand, that somebody has to fill the void. That's why when I see all these idiots, all these illiterates talking ill against Simon Ekpa, some say that he wants to occupy the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, somebody has to fill the void left by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after his kidnapping and rendition to the zoo. Because if somebody failed to occupy that position or to fill that void, you wouldn't be hearing about Biafra today. Nobody will be talking about Biafra. Everything would have been dead and buried, because that was the sole reason why they abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and paid off all the members of the DOS who would have taken the position and made sure that Biafra agitation keeps skyrocketing. But they paid them off and told every one of them to shut down and shut everything down. So as God may have it, we have somebody like Mazi Simon Ekpa. So what he said here is now what is going to lead us to what he said today, which you are seeing on the screen. So now he said, breaking, this is for today. The criminal and treacherous Ejiofor may think that he has succeeded in using Aloye Jimako, and because they think they have succeeded in manipulating MNK to drop Biafra. And for that reason, it is time for them to kill Ejimako, because he frustrated them until now. Remember, what he said here yesterday is what he is now elaborating here. And I want you to pay very good attention. Now he said here, please inform them that their last battle is already lost. No Biafran will listen to MNK if he tell anyone or BLA, ESN, BRF to drop their weapons. We've crossed the Rubicon. Every attempt to sabotage the Biafra liberation by compelling MNK to stay somewhere in Nigeria and direct the Biafra army to drop weapons will hit the bricks. Will hit the bricks. I want this word to hit the heart of the zoo. I want this word to hit the heart of those criminals who are gathering and persuading Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop Biafra agitation for him to be released. I want this word to hit their heart. I want this word achonko piafa kambazo. Ima enwe mmụọ na-akpọ eze mmọnwụ na-adị ama mbazo. Ọ na-ama oji. Ọma oji na ni jim. Ọ da. Jangangangangangam. Anywhere ebe ọ na-enọ, I know the sound. Ọ na-apịa mbazo n'obi. So I want this word to hit the heart of those criminal elements in the name of politicians and evil lawyers who are gathering, strategizing on how to convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to denounce Biafra for him to be released immediately. I want them to understand this, that the man who is filling the void left by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said that every attempt to sabotage the Biafra liberation by compelling MNK Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stay somewhere in the zoo and direct the Biafra army to drop weapons will hit the bricks. This is where we are today, and there is nothing anybody can do to change it. Now, release him to us. Allow him to travel to Finland to have table discussion with me. Without this, before December, we will smoke everywhere. This is coming from the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and it happened today, 9th October 2023. This is very, very important. Now, I want us to discuss Biafrans. If you know whatever you are doing right now, I want you to drop it at the moment and pay attention. It's very, very important. Because I said it from beginning, from onset, when MNK was kidnapped and renditioned to the zoo, and the DOS was fighting to destroy the agitation and to shut everybody up. Who dare speak about Biafra? I told you that if MNK comes out today and say I'm no longer interested in Biafra agitation, we are not going to fight him, but Biafra must come. Biafra agitation must continue, and Biafra must come, because Biafra is far bigger than any individual. I said any individual, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra agitation, not agitation, Biafra freedom, the restoration of Biafra is far bigger than any individual. Because when Ojukwu was piloting the affairs of Biafra, you never knew today, those who were there that time, never knew that at a point, somebody like Owazirike would come. They never knew that Ojukwu wouldn't have succeeded. I want you to follow me. This is now discussion, and I want to hear your own thought in the comment section. Between 1967 to 1970, when Ojukwu was leading Biafra, nobody knew that Ojukwu wouldn't have succeeded, and nobody envisaged that somebody like Owazirike would have come on board. That is number one. I'm explaining the reason why I said that nobody, no single person is bigger than Biafra. Now, when Owazirike came in 1999 and was in power, pulling the strings, nobody thought that Owazirike wouldn't have succeeded. People trusted him, people followed him, he gathered momentum, people thought he was the real Messiah that we were waiting for. Owazirike capitulated in the year 2002-2003. He didn't even take time to capitulate. Now, we thought it was over. It took another 10 years for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come on board between 2011 and 2012. And he was so powerful as at that time, touring the whole world until he was arrested in 2015. And immediately he was arrested in 2015, his wings grew. His wings grew bigger and larger than what we expected. And when he was released in 2017 and continued the agitation here in Biafra territory, we trusted him. We believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never change. And that trust is still there till today. So what we are saying now is not that it has happened. That's why I titled it, Biafrans Get Ready. Biafrans Get Ready. And don't think that Mazi Samonegba has just come to, tweet this without getting an information from insider. That they are on their last stage to convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop Biafra agitation. But remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not that person you can just toy with. He's not a van, he's not a vehicle that you can tow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu swore that the day he will even think of sabotaging Biafra, that God should take his life. So I believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I still believe in him with all my heart, with all my chest. I still believe and trust in him. I still believe that he can never fail Biafrans. But should anything like that happens, nobody should come out to speak ill against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he has done his job. He has done his job. And I can beat my chest and say, I support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whatever decision he makes. But I want to assure you that this Biafra, Obiasigo but not Obiasigo, there is nothing, not even the politicians, not even the governors, not even the lawyers. In fact, this Biafra agitation, as at this point in time, we have taken it to a digital level. It's no longer the way it was, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was running away from his evil wife in UK and the UK government. No, that time has passed. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a citizen of United Kingdom, and he's fighting to separate or to break the UK empire, the UK business in Africa, which is Nigeria. So he never found it that easy living in the United Kingdom and being a UK citizen. Then, to make the matter worse, the wife, the Jezebel of our time, made herself very, very available to be used, both by the zoo and by the UK government. That's why they succeeded in tracking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. But Mazi Nnamdi, first of all, he is a Finnish citizen, and Finland does not have any empire in Africa. They never created any empire in Africa. So it is not possible for them to think of somebody who happens to be their citizen is trying to divide or to break their business empire in Africa. So there is nothing like that. That one is dead on arrival. Now they will fight to protect their own citizen because he commits no crime. Mazi Nnamdi has not committed any offense for fighting for Biafra all the way from Finland. So now Mazi Nnamdi does not have this evil African wife that has this African mentality that wants to show her money. Once she sees money in Africa, I don't know, because maybe we are suffering in Africa. That's why we cherish money even more than our own life. Yes, we value money than our own life. And once you are dealing with a woman with such African mentality, a black woman for that matter, you are in trouble, because all they think about is money. Show her money and she will sell her own father. So Mazi Nnamdi is not on that level. Now we are unavailable. Obuno mwa board na nwa ka ihe ejido imo ebe m no mwa sigodi n'ọnụ ekwupụta ebe m si ekwupụta okwu nọ n'ọnụ ani atụrụ m ọnụ maba n'ime ani wee na-ekwupụta okwu. Where can you find me? You can. I'm unavailable. So since you cannot reach Mazi Nnamdi, you cannot reach Odinanwa. I'm here, but I'm unavailable. You cannot reach me. I'm telling you. I know me no reality. I am unavailable. If I'm born on Seruaka, because I play this game to the highest level, to the highest standard. I'm telling you the truth. So the game on a digital level, the highest standard. But na the Ochok go the zoo. Ochok go the zoo. I'm telling you, Ochok go the zoo. They had it so easy with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of what surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, starting from his wife to the UK government. So it was very easy for them because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was running up and down. He doesn't know where to base. He doesn't know where to stand. He doesn't know where to stay to fight for his people. It was so difficult for him. He couldn't have stayed in UK because in fact, everything around him in the United Kingdom wanted him out. Both the government, the people, including his own wife. It was so difficult for him. But Mazi Nnamdi is not like that. Everyone can sobu no weather in the zoo. So what am I trying to tell you? What I'm saying is, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out today or tomorrow and say that he is no longer fighting for Biafra, allow him to be. Biafra is bigger than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Therefore, Biafra will come. People will agitate. People will fight for this Biafra until it comes. But I don't think, and I never believe, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will abandon Biafra because he knows everything. Even if he comes out today and say, hey, I'm no longer interested in the zoo, we are not going to listen to him. Nobody will listen to him. Biafra Liberation Army cannot listen to him. ESN that he formed cannot listen to him because we know that he's going to say that under duress. So nobody will pay attention to that. And I'm using this opportunity to tell the criminals that nkata wono na apa o felugo. The nkata felugo completely. Before we listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course, we acknowledge, we recognize, we know very well, and we believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is our leader. He is my leader. He is the leader of all of us, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prime Minister. So whatever he says goes. But Should he come out and stay in the zoo, even if in his father's compound, and say, Biafra is hereby cancelled? No single person will listen to him. The only people that will listen to him are those who sold him to the zoo, because their sole target was to destroy Biafra agitation and stop Biafra from coming. So they are the only people, which they are very, very few in number. They are not more than 20 people. But the legion, which is Biafra, we are in legion. You can never count, or we are uncountable. We can never listen to that statement. Whatever that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says that goes contrary to what he stands for, after being released from the custody to his father's palace, nobody will pay attention to that, because we know that this is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking. You must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to us. Let him go to Finland. Let him travel to Finland. Mazi Simon Ekpa has the capacity of protecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and giving him shelter in Finland. So from there, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaks, we shall listen to him. Whatever he says over there goes, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Nobody can change that. He is our own Moses. He is our own Nelson Mandela. He is our own Oliver Cromwell. He is our own George Washington. He is our own Mahatma Gandhi. Name them. Whatever he says goes, but he must not say it under duress. If you think that we are going to listen to him while you manipulate him, where sedo camera no, we are gone beyond that level. You will fail woefully. My people, I want to thank you. Drop. I want you to drop your own comment on the comment section. Let us discuss this. Thank you, my people. To Salon Mozia and make it go viral.